Welcome to Thai Nguyen News, now today's headlines. The delegation of Standing Committee of the National Assembly offers incenses to tribute President Ho Chi Minh and martyr heroes. The delegation of Baise City, Guangxi Province, China, visits and works in Thai Nguyen. Thai Nguyen Electricity Company tries to satisfy requirements during holidays. On the occasion of the 70th anniversary of Martyrs' Day on June the 11th, the delegation of the Standing Committee of the National Assembly, led by Ms. Tong Thị Phóng, member of Politburo, standing vice chairman of the National Assembly, offered incense to President Ho Chi Minh at his memorial house in Phú Đình, Định Hóa, and martyr hero in a relic 27th of July in Đại Từ district. Thai Nguyen, where alcohol letter was announced to record the annual Martyr Day, July the 27th.
At the relic site, the delegation respectfully put wreath, burnt incense, and spent a minute of silence to pay tribute and deep gratitude to President Ho Chi Minh and martyr heroes who devote all their wood, blood, and bone, sacrifice for independence, freedoms of the country, for the happiness of Vietnamese people. In front of the statue of President Ho Chi Minh and martyr heroes, the delegation promised to constantly try to train stories and following the ideas, morals, and style of Ho Chi Minh, as well as unite, try to build the country richer and richer. On these occasions, Ms. Tong Thị Phóng and the delegation had a talk with leader of Thai Nguyen Province and the management boss of the ATK Định Hóa, Thái Nguyen relic areas on the basics and core contents of the work, modified work style, which were written by President Ho Chi Minh at Diem Mạc Định Hóa in October 1947 under the pen names XYZ. This book has a deep and comprehensive content on education and training of revolutionary officers of the party and the state. So far, it still keeps the values. At the visiting sites, Ms. Tong Thị Phóng presented two gifts to Đại Từ district and Định Hóa district to build charity houses for two wounded soldiers with extremely difficult circumstances, presented 5 gifts to police families in Định Hóa district and many other meaningful gifts.
On the occasion of Mr. Sim Won Hoan returning to Vietnam to take over the position of General Director of Samsung Vietnam, and Mr. Han Moon Suk, a former General Director, coming back to Korea. On the afternoon of June the 7th, the delegation of Samsung Vietnam had a courtesy meeting with leaders of Thai Nguyen Province. Mr. Vũ Hồng Bắc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, welcomed and worked with the delegation.
On behalf of the leader of Thai Nguyen Province, Mr. Vũ Hồng Bắc, the chairman of Thai Nguyen Provincial People Committees, expressed his pleasure to welcome Mr. Sim Won Hoan returning to Vietnam to work and congratulates Mr. Han Moon Suk on completing his mission and coming back to South Korea to receive new duties. He affirmed that the contribution of Samsung Group in promoting the industrial and socio-economic development of the province. Based on unavailable investment cooperation, he expects that in the coming time, Thai Nguyen and Samsung Group continue to closely cooperate for development. Thai Nguyen will continue to create favorable conditions for Samsung Group to operate efficiently and develop in the long term in Thai Nguyen.
Recently, the delegation of Baise City, Guangxi Province, China, visited and worked in Thai Nguyen. During the program, the delegation talked with provincial departments, agencies, and branches to discuss about potentials, strengths, and opportunities for cooperation between the two sides.
During the meetings, the two sides briefly introduced the potential and strength of two localities and the field for potential cooperation in the coming time. The two sides agreed to develop specific cooperation plans in the fields of mutual interest. To further promote the cooperation between Thai Nguyen and Baise cities, in particular, Vietnam and China in general. Working with Thai Nguyen universities, representatives of the two sides share basic features in the fields of education, training and outstanding international cooperation. Accordingly, Thai Nguyen University hopes to find opportunities to exchange students in a number of specializations such as agriculture, forestry, medicine, and so on, with the universities and colleagues in Baise City. Along with exchange students, teachers who teach Vietnamese and Chinese. In addition, Baise City will consider granting annual scholarships for undergraduates and postgraduate degrees to students and teachers at the University of Thai Nguyen. Based on the exchange and proposal between the two sides, representatives of the cities expressed a belief that this could be a good premise to open concrete and effective educational cooperation in the coming time.
Currently, the province has over 21,000 hectares of tea. The output of fresh tea buds reaches about 220,000 tons a year.
However, over the years, the export value of this item is not high due to the low quality of Thai Nguyen tea products. Raw materials of tea buds do not meet safety standards for processing high-quality tea. Households do not focus on cultivation techniques. Therefore, tea production, according to VietGap standards, will contribute to improving the qualities and economic efficiencies of tea. To encourage people to produce tea in accordance with VietGap standards, the province will support 100% VietGap certification cost worth 6 million Vietnam dong per hectare. In this year's Thai Nguyen province will try to have a 200 hectare certified following VietGap standards.
The north in general, Thái Nguyen in particular, has gone through extreme hot weather, and it is forecasted that this situation will continue this summer. Therefore, the demand for electricity also increased remarkably, especially during rush hours. Facing this situation, Thai Nguyen Electricity Company is implementing a series of methods to ensure electricity supply during hot days.
In the summer, the demand for electricity in Sông Công City increased strongly, which causes the situation of overload from 5 to 10%, especially in localities which have industrial zones, so that Thai Nguyen Electricity has implemented overload protection project in this city. In detail, Thai Nguyen Electricity installs 12 transformer stations with a total value of more than 14 billion Vietnam dong. In addition, the company also repaired a lot of another transformer stations, upgrades and replaces electricity lines. We periodically check and try to keep all at good conditions. If some problems occur, we will timely repair. During record-breaking hot days in June, the situation of partial power cut was occurred in some localities, Thái Nguyen City included. When the temperature is forecasted at 36 degrees and over, we stop all another activities to concentrate on supplying for residents, increase the human force to repair when the electricity loss occur. Together with urgent methods on hot days, since the beginning of this year, the electricity branch of Thai Nguyen Province also carries out projects to upgrade the electricity transmission system in 2017 and next year. A 110 kV transformer station is took into operation before the hot season. Many electricity lines are installed and repaired. Besides, the electricity branch also recommends that localities, production units and households to use electricity economically and effectively, which is believed to contribute to overcome the situation of overload and power cut.
It's all for today's news. Thank you and see you again.